What do you do when your hottest lead goes with somebody else?
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am James Festini, Southern California real estate agent and sales trainer and coach. And today I'm coming to you with a very, very, very annoying situation that keeps happening to me. But I'm inspired because I had somebody reach out to me on Facebook and goes, James, you got a moment to talk? I always got a moment to talk. As long as you guys show respect to the Godfather, I'll give you guys answers and advice. He said, James, what do you do when you have an individual who you do a listing presentation, you go out to the appointment, and they say not right now, maybe later, and you send them a thank you card and you keep in touch with them, and then suddenly they list with somebody else? What do you do? What am I doing wrong? Does that happen to you often? To which I said, brother, it happens to me probably at least twice a month, if not more. Just happened yesterday. I can't dive into each and every specific situation, and I know that there's not a blanket solution to why this happens, but there are ways and reasons why we can understand and make it less of a painful situation when it does happen, or even better yet, don't allow it to happen. It goes back to one of the videos I did a while back ago called Do Not Dismiss Dismissive Leads. Meaning that if they tell you not right now, if you're at an appointment and they tell you not right now, there's this weird phenomenon that happens that when you meet them and you don't have it happen now, it's like as if they're not interested and they're never going to do it. When they have a need, and real estate is like that. Maybe I could say a toothache. Maybe I'll use toothaches instead. Where you're a dentist and they have a pain in their tooth and they come in and you clean it and you say, this could be a cavity, but it's a small one. And they go, it's not bad right now. But that doesn't go away. Every once in a while, that tooth is going to get hit with cold. And they're going to be like, oh, I should probably go in, but it's not so bad. I just won't drink cold on that side until it gets bigger and bigger. But that cavity never clears itself. It's always growing there. And it's always a steady reminder when they see something in the news, or they see their friend, or they see something on TV. They'll see something that tells them maybe they should, and they put it off to the side. But us, as dentists, we got all these other patients and we're triaging. People are coming in with their mouths, with gaping holes in their teeth and like urgency. And we're doing this triage of urgency thinking that they're not coming back. Instead of preparing methods for communicating and follow-up to remind them that you are there when that cavity gets bigger, because it's going to get bigger. It will get worse. So I told this guy, I said, he goes, what can I do? What can I do? What do I do? I said, look, did you send them a thank you letter, right? Did you send them a thank you letter? I said, he goes, well, yes, of course I sent them a thank you letter. I said, okay, great. Did you send them a letter a month later saying, thanks for your time, if they ever need anything? He goes, yes. They received a sold or just listed postcard from me at least once a month. So something passive where they're in the month. I said, okay, great. Did you email them comps? Did you keep them posted on the value? Did you keep an eye on the marketplace to see if anything recently listed or sold? Did you communicate with them value? Did you call them once a month? Because you did a presentation and now they're done. Did you call them once a month? Oh, well, I said, no. There's got to be something. You got to, at minimum, when somebody comes in and says, I've got a cavity, you've got to make sure that you know that you implement something, anything. Mail them a toothbrush every 2 or 3 months, right? Send them a tube of toothpaste every 6 months, right? Something to let them know that you're providing value, some sort of value proposition or value guilt proposition where you're providing so much information that they would never betray you like this. Because let me tell you something, my friends, that lead is not the only lead that is being possessed as a lead. Your lead is also my lead, is also their lead. And any agent who's in the area, you think that you got like this exclusivity on that lead? Absolutely not. And the person who comes in there and fixes the cavity, or at least gives them a better version of Orajel. I'm gonna keep using the dentist one. But they solve the problem for the meantime, or they give them a solution to the problem that they can fester with a little better. Something clicks inside of their head and they say, that's the one. Or maybe it's just the right place at the right time. So here's what I do. Make sure that you maintain a high level of communication. They said, not right now, maybe we're going to wait. They're in shock, they're in denial. They can't believe it, right? Oh, the prices, the situation, whatever their reasoning is that it's not right now, when you walk out the door, they may or may not have settled on that. I think I've told the story before about when I bought an RV. It was a C-Class, I think. And the C-Class RV is the one that has like the sleeping quarters up above. And my wife and I loved it. We got some good mileage out of it with the kids. And then one time we were in a campground and there was someone with an A-Class. And that's like the big box one, right? It's like a big, RV. And my wife goes, I really like that one. I said, well, whatever. We came back and she goes, oh, let's upgrade to a C-Class or an A-Class. Let's do it. So we went to the dealership. I went in there and I looked at it. The numbers didn't work. And I was just like, that's a little too much. We're not going to use it as much. And so I went to the salesperson, hot and heavy, gung-ho. And then I went home and I said, no, you know what? Not interested. It was too late. We were already sold on it. We already had it in our heads. We went to the dealership, right? Just like in Glengarry Glen Ross. A man don't walk on the lot unless he wants to buy. I didn't walk on the lot unless I want to buy. And when I went home, I must have spent 8 hours on our C-Class RV detailing it. I washed it and I'm just like, I'm falling back in love with it. It's like I almost left you. How could I have ever betrayed you? I clean it, I detail, I do everything. I was there, boom, boom. Next 2 or 3 days later, we're trading it in to get the A-Class. That is the situation that we're facing, is that we will go through these temporary, or your seller or your buyer will go through these temporary, it'll go through different phases, right? They'll be in denial. They'll think, okay, it's not right now. They feel the pressure. There's too much going on. I don't understand. And then once they settle in, they're like, but this is the reason why. And they'll try to get logical with why they do want to buy or why they do want to sell. They lose focus, or they don't have their eye on the prize because we've distracted them with all of the other stuff that's involved with getting the reward, the moving, the escrow, the timelines, and so it's like we can't we take their focus off of what really matters. So what could he have done? He could have just sent a thank you card, put some sort of automated campaign, or whether it's you got to call, the Festini 5, mail, email, text, phone call, and door to door, right? Go to their door. I'd go to their door at least every 3 months, right? How motivated are they? Well, he said, well, James, I don't want to be a pest. I said, you're not being a pest you're being a pest if you're not providing value, if you're giving them something. Let's say it's a holiday, right? Let's say it's Christmas or 4th of July, right? You can do that and send them out. I mean, the whole COVID thing right now, you can buy little sealed masks in bulk and then mail them out. If they got kids, send them a family pack of these, cool little black masks. You can get them for like 99 cents a pop. Buy a bunch of black ones that are individual. Send them, say, hey man, be safe. These little thoughtful gifts. I mean, I'm not spending a ton of money on thoughtful gifts, but there are avenues. Banner season, I think is one of them, where if they are a higher level of VIP, right? If you want this listing and you want it in this farm, and it is like, I got to have this, don't just send them a thank you card. Go to Banner Season. I'm not an affiliate yet with them because they want me to pay to affiliate. But Banner Season does like maybe little brownies, maybe a little wine, maybe a little postcard, maybe something in a connection. Maybe they're fishermen, maybe they're, maybe they're golfers. There's always these little cool little gifts that you can give. And I know it seems extreme, not something I used to normally do, but now I'm seeing a situation where the one who provides the most value, or at least provides so much interest, genuine connection, like my video the other day, where I was talking about a genuine connection, creating a bond, where if you can bond it into giving them an item, that it's not right to give without expectation of receiving, but this is real estate. You're not just being a charity and saying, let me give you this gift with no expectation. My expectation is absolutely that I am going to show you that I care enough about you and that I'm willing to wine and dine you, right? It's like, it's not right to. It's like courting a mate. I'm courting a mate, and I have to say, send them, if they're wine connoisseurs or whatever, you can send them some wine. If you're sitting, if the inventory is really low, and you get to sit in front of a human who is thinking of selling, there's no excuse for you not to minimum send them a thank you card, but probably on the average find something in their house when you sit in there, or if it's a Zoom or whatever, find some connection where they would really appreciate you sending, even if it's just a keychain. If they're in a NASCAR and you go to like NASCAR.com and you say keychain, or go to Amazon and NASCAR and ship to, and then you call them and go, hey man, did you get that keychain? You know, I was on Amazon and there was like a 2-for-1 sale or something. I thought it'd be pretty cool. I just, don't worry, no big deal. And they're like, damn, right? They put the keychain on. Hey man, building these deeper relationships might cost a little bit more, but the inventory is far too low for you not to accelerate. Welcome to the Festini Factor, a weekly program that every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're gonna get a piece of content, actionable items, something that at $50 a month will be an absolute no-brainer. Every weekday, you're gonna receive one video. Monday, we're gonna have motivational messages. Monday Mindset is what it's called. One of the questions everyone asks, how do I keep going? I'm gonna let you in on that. The Monday Motivational. Tuesday is going to be technology. Every Tuesday, I'm going to deliver you a message about the latest and greatest technology, whether it's old school or new school. Every week, you're going to get a Technology Tuesday tip. Wednesday is marketing. Whether you do it online or you're going old school, if you're going door to door and you're creating marketing pieces, you're creating flyers, every Wednesday I'm going to deliver to you actionable plans, actionable items where you can download a template for marketing, whether it's an email marketing piece or an actual printed piece that you can take with you to the doors, or a mailer that you can do. You can start adding and building your letter library. Wednesday is going to be marketing pieces, the world of marketing. That's a big day for us. Thursday is going to be sellers, exclusively dedicated to handling sellers, either obtaining listings, negotiating contracts, scripts, dialogues, expires for sell-by owners, you name it. If it's a seller, I'm going to cover it. And of course, Friday, the last day of the week, setting you up for the weekend, buyers. Every Friday, I'm going to give you tips and pieces of advice on how to generate buyer leads, how to handle buyer leads, and that includes negotiating, how to get your offer accepted, how to write the perfect offer, a whole system that I share with you so that you can go out there and get to work. Thanks for watching. On a final note, he says, well, now that I've lost them, what can I do? I said, there's nothing, but I call them. I will call them. Every time I lose a listing to an individual who I really kind of expected it, because I did the presentation, or we've had communication, we've had something there. And like I said, twice a month it happens to me. Twice a month it happens where I thought that was my lead, and there's a sign in the yard all the time. I just drove by one today. Yeah, it's twice a month, it's minimum. But that's what happens if you're making that many calls and you're generating that many leads. You can have an expectation that you're going to start seeing some of your listings pop up that should have been yours. What do? I call them. And this individual goes, whoa, you can't call them. That's unethical. I disagree. I'm not calling them to tell them what an idiot they were and what a big mistake they made and that their agent, smells like rotten eggs. It's not that. That's not the case at all. Here's my script. Hey, Mr. Jones, it's James Festini, Century 21. What's going on? Hi. Oh, hey, how's it going? Look, I noticed your house is on the market that you listed with somebody else. Congratulations. I wish I got the job, but if I find you a buyer, I'm sure you'll let me in. I appreciate the time you gave me, but I just have one question. How did I lose the job? How did I not win the listing? Was it somebody you knew? Was it something I said? There is nothing unethical. I am not calling them to solicit. Where the ethics comes into play is when they say, when you go in there and you solicit them, man, I really think you could have made a mistake. Or even talk about, I noticed your commissions at 1% Dude, I think that any smack talk that goes over the fence that the agent, so that if the agent found out that you called, he's not going to, don't call my client. It's like, it's your client, man. I ain't soliciting them. Don't you know? I said, I did nothing of the sort. I called them to find out, hey, congratulations on the listing. If I have a buyer, hey, I know the house better, pretty good. So I have zero. If any of you guys see anything unethical about what I'm doing, well, then you guys are real sensitive and you guys need to suck it up, buttercup. I'm not doing anything unethical. I am not soliciting the other agent's listing whatsoever. If anything, like if there was a lie detector test or a truth detector test on ethics, I would rank super high. I am overly ethical to a flaw. So if I'm comfortable with it, then you should be comfortable with it. Calling them and saying, hey, congratulations. Sorry I didn't get the job, but I really got to ask, what could I have done differently? Was it somebody, this agent you picked, was it somebody you knew? Or was I interviewing against other agents? What made the difference? I don't want to lose another one like this. Can you please tell me? Well, and 9 out of 10 times I'm like, well, and they'll blame it on someone else. Most often they'll be like, well, my wife had a friend, my husband had a friend, we talked about it, and this guy's in the neighborhood or from a church. Because what happens is when they talk to you and it feels like it's something connected, I've told you before, there's only 2 ways you win or lose a listing: love or money, bond or financial reasons, right? Love or money being that they love you, they like you, they know, like, and trust you, they've seen you in the church, they were referred to you, they know you from whatever, that there's this bond, this connection, this internal like trust factor. And then the other one is money, which is they offered a higher price, they offered a better commission, they offered better terms, maybe they did something razzle-dazzle with their marketing, maybe they offered to do staging. Money, money, money. Love or money are the only 2 reasons you lose it. Now I'll tell you, if somebody is out bonded, that's why I'm talking about this whole situation, if you can out bond anybody so that when you meet them, and then when you leave and you continue the relationship building, that bond, that love and trust, there's no agent who's going to come in there and undermine you. It's really hard. As an agent, for me, like when I go in there and I find out that I'm up against someone that they know from church, right? How many times have you gone into a listing presentation where they know you, right? You just go in there and you're signing contracts. There's no like presentation because you got it. It's referrals are the best ones, the come list me's. But when you're up against multiple agents, that's where you have to find out which one do I have at my advantage? What kind of people are they? For sell by owner, probably not a bond, but you could establish building a trust and rapport over time, and that maybe they'll trust you a little bit more than the other guys who are beating them up. But it's going to be about the money, right? If they're low on equity or whatever, it's going to be more about the money. But if it's low on equity and they're about to go into foreclosure, then it's low on money. But it's also trusting someone's not going to rip them off because they're in a bad situation. Understand the love or money, and then leverage the heck out of those things and create that bond with them, create that communication so that when they do say, you know what, we should list, they're not going to turn around and have a good enough excuse not to use you unless that excuse is being out bonded. If someone out commissions you or someone out markets you or out promotes you or money out monies you, it's because your listing presentation wasn't strong enough and that you didn't show them everything they needed to know. So you'll call them back and say, well, what was it that I could have done differently? And they go, well, the other agent offered to stage my home. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Are you going to be paying for that? Or do they say they'll pay for it? They're like, well, I don't know. All right, well, yeah, that's pretty good. I know staging's pretty, like, you're on the border of smacking talk, right? Talking smack. They're like, well, the other agent offered to fly the drone. It's like, oh man, I fly drones. I should have mentioned that. Okay, let me write that down. I forgot to mention it. All right, well, anyhow, guys, good luck. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and have a nice day. I appreciate your time. Take care. That's it. No soliciting. But again, that's how I've become a great presenter at my listing presentation, is because I start reading into what's important, and asking questions is the best way to find out. Some agents want to be the first agent in, some agents want to be the last agent in. I just want to be in, right? If I'm the last agent, then they're going to say we have to make our decision, right? If I'm the first agent, then they say we have to talk to other agents. So there's always a hard thing. You can't win them all, but you can really try to win them over. Ooh, that's pretty good. You can't win them all, but you can try to win them over. And when you win them over, you will win most of them. Did you do enough to win them over? Did you do enough to build that rapport? Were you just calling and saying, you ready? You ready? You ready? That's not the conversation. Hey, how's the fishing? How's the kids? How's the car? How's the wife? How's this? How's the that, right? How's everything going? Because you can have that conversation if you're slow enough and you can sense on the other side of the phone call that they're slow enough too, where they're not, I gotta go. All right, hey, but that's what I'm doing. I'm having conversations. I'm about to pick up my dialer now. And I know the last couple of days, weeks, I have been stopping and slowing down and having meaningful conversations. How's your father? Oh man, that's too bad. I know getting old is tough. And yeah, I had this. It's just like these deeper connections. But when I hang up on them, I'm not like, that's it. They're going to get a letter. They're going to get an email. They're going to get my market analysis at least once a month, right? You need to put a drip campaign to tell you, update their market analysis, reach out to them and go, hey guys, it's me again. I don't know if you saw that place, especially if you don't have that many leads, you got to provide value. If a house on their street lists, you need to be the first one. Hey guys, this is Agent with Company. Did you see that guy listed on your street? No, we didn't see it. Well, there must not be a sign up yet, but yeah, there's it's your same floor plan. So I'll keep an eye on it for you. I'll let you know how it goes. But if you ever want to see it, let me know. Even if you want to sneak into the neighbor's house and take a peek at it, sometimes nosy neighbors are okay. Oh yeah, okay, no problem. Maybe this week. Anything's possible if you try to win them over. Consider it a courtship, like a dating ritual where you are trying to mate and you flock up your feathers. And when the other bird turns away, doesn't matter. Stand in front of them and flock your feathers again. And flare. Always be on your best behavior, professional, but persistent, professional, consistent, but courteous. And there's going to be the individuals who are going to say, dude, leave me alone. I told you no. You have to ask yourself, would you rather them say, go away? Or, hey man, yeah, sorry, we listed, but you were our second choice. That's a tough one. Would you rather have them list or have them tell you to go away? Because anywhere in between there is the subtlety of follow-up. You've got to win them over so that you get that listing. Anyhow, I'm real fired up about this one. If you guys have any questions or you want to join my one-on-one coaching, it is jamesfestini.com/training. I teach you more than just scripts, dialogues, presentations, packages. We're talking the technology, the mechanics, the very, very fine subtleties that I don't see anyone teaching, but it makes a difference when you're prospecting, lead generation, prepare, prospect, present. That's all I know. So if you're not doing that, if you got some issues, whether it's follow-up or communication or whatever, I'm a very well-rounded agent. I would love to help you out. jamesfestini.com. Thank you very much. Oh, and get back to work.
People ask me all the time, where do I get my data? How do I have so many good numbers without spending an arm and a leg? Because I recommend you get it from 3 places, and I merge them to create the ultimate white pages. 2 of them are Cole Realty Resources and TelephoneList.biz. They will provide you names, addresses, phone numbers, along with email addresses scrubbed against the Do Not Call list, available for both US and Canada. Now, I do a lot of door knocking, and my favorite app to use is Realty Buddy, a GPS tracking software with robust goal setting and follow-up campaigns. Realty Buddy takes care of the hassle, and Realty Buddy is the success to my door knocking. It's only available on iOS though, so sorry Android, but I will recommend Knockwise. They're really good too. Now, have you seen my amazing local market videos for my real estate business? In one word, Terradatum. They make videos branded to your brokerage and automatically update them every month with videos by zip code, county, city, and your hyper-local market, and it's extremely affordable. Have you guys seen my website lately? Well, you should. It's absolutely gorgeous. I owe it all to Zentap. They will help you with your advertising using your MLS, IDX, and social media to attract an audience and engage your leads using sophisticated bots. Now, you're gonna need a powerful CRM to manage all of this, and as you know, Mojo Selling Solutions is more than just a dialer. It's the most powerful CRM bar none. Mojo provides you expireds for sell by owners, and that is the 3rd list of data, along with email and mail campaigns. For more information on any of these products, along with my personal coaching and training products, go to jamesfestini.com today. Or just show financial support at any amount on patreon.com/James Festini. Now, get back to work.